Hi, I'm Emily and welcome to Craft Camp. Today we are going to be making this felt ball flower garland. This is a nice quick craft and I think it's just so cute. Let's get started. For tools and materials today we are using 3 different colors of felt balls. I've got the 3 centimeter size here in coral, olive, and cotton. I've also got a set of embroidery needles and some embroidery floss in a cream color. I've got a pair of embroidery snips and our needle nose pliers here if I need any assistance pulling the needle through the ball. And I've got a high temp hot glue gun. You can use a low temperature or a high temperature, whatever you have on hand should work. All right, let's get started. I've got 2 bags of the coral colored balls. You can use however many you'd like. Let's see how many flowers we can assemble with just 2 bags. It looks like we can make 2 flowers per bag. You could also make these with any size of felt ball you have. If you have the smaller ones, you could make more flowers, or you could use the even bigger ones to get more of an impact. And now that I've got my flowers together, I'm going to use the green or the olive colored felt balls in between like little leaves. This will be the pattern that we will be threading with our embroidery floss. Before we start assembling the flower shapes, we're going to go ahead and thread our centers. So we're going to put the green, the white, the green, the white, all the way through, and then spread them out so we can build our flowers on the string. We're going to just pull out however much embroidery floss we want. So we can see we only need about that much, but we want a little extra on each end to make a hanging point. This should be enough. I've got my needle nose pliers here and I'm just using that to pull the needle the rest of the way through since the felt ball is just a little bit shorter than our needle. And I'm going to leave a little bit of room like I said, so we've got our space that will go in with our white. All right, I've got my last felt ball. And I'm going straight through the center, double checking that it's not slightly off center before I pull it through. So starting at one end, I have my white ball here in the center and my flower shape ready to go. We're going to assemble it right around our string, bringing the string right through these 2 balls so that it sandwiches it. I just grabbed this mat and slid it right under our project so I wouldn't get any hot glue on the table. All right, I've got my hot glue all heated up and ready to go, and I'm just going to start by gluing our felt balls onto the center. I'm just gonna hold it in place for a second while that glue cools, and then we'll move on to the next one. I am going to add a little bit of glue in between each little petal to hold them together as well. All right, now that that glue has dried around our base, I'm just going to go in and add a little bit of glue right in between our petals for extra security. And where this will really matter is where we have our string. So you can see on this side, our string ended up a little bit more towards the bottom. So I'm just going to thread it right between those balls and add a dot of glue so it will hold in place. Now this flower is done. We're just going to move over to the next one, and I'm going to just slide this green ball over while we assemble it. And I do want to make sure that our spacing stays pretty even as we move across, because once the flower is in place with all the glue, we can't slide it over. So we do want to make sure that our flowers are evenly spaced. So we can see these are about 6 inches apart right now, and I will decide if that's what I want the rest of them to be before I assemble this one. Do I want them nice and snug with the green ball just touching between, or do I want some thread between? I think I like a little thread between, so I'm gonna go with that 6 inches, about 5 inches, right in there. And we will start gluing. adding glue into the last flower, and then we'll just slide the last green ball over to match. And once this all sets, we'll be finished. This was a nice quick craft, and I think it has a lot of impact. Look at how cute this is. And over on the end, I'm just going to make a loop. You can see I've got a nice long loop, and I'm just going to tie a little knot so that we have something we can hang with. You could also tie in a little clip if you wanted, make it easier to clip on. I think it would make a really nice necklace. What do you think? I'm just going to do the same thing on this side. I've matched up those last green balls so it's about the same length. We're going to tie a knot. And on this side I have that extra floss. I'm going to trim this off. And there we go. This was a nice quick craft. It came together so well, and I think it's so cute. This would look great on a mantle or in a bedroom, and I love the color combination. Let me know what you think. You can find all of these tools and materials in our shop, feltpaperscissors.com. I hope you enjoyed crafting with me today, and we'll see you next time. Turn. Turn.